how are you today? I'm good, thank you. It's springtime. The evenings are lighter, and that makes me feel good. I hope it makes you feel good too. I'm Ruth. Thank you for joining me. Hello if you're new. Hello if you've been here before. This video is a little bit of pottering around, doing things. My kitchen, I like to change a few things up in my kitchen for the season, so I'm gonna pop a few new bits out. As you can see, or maybe you can't see, I don't know. No, you can't see the very messy area over there. I'll show you that in a minute. We just need a quick tidy up, and I need to pop some things out just to be a bit more spring-like, I think. Also going to be potting up some plants because we've got a lot of plants that need repotting and putting into nice pots. And yeah, for some reason we've got a lot of spider plants and they're not really my favourite plant, and I'm trying to get some more plants in there, but my partner keeps growing the babies of the spider plants, so then there's nowhere to put the new plants, if that makes sense. I've also got a couple of bits from B&M, which I'm going to show you now, actually, wherever I've put them. I'm going to show them to you now. First of all, I went into B&M and I found this lovely plant stand, which is part of the reason why I started thinking about repotting the plants, apart from the fact that it's spring. This was £10, but I think it's meant for outside. But this wooden base bit I don't think would last very long in the rain. It would look, I think, nice somewhere in my front room and with my rubber plant in it. The only problem is I was thinking I'll repot the rubber plant into another pot, but I can't find a pot. So in our local shop, if you live in Somerset, you probably know a shop called Proper Job. I don't know if they're somewhere, if they're like in Devon or anywhere else, in fact. But not that I only know Somerset and Devon, but you know, like I don't know if they're anywhere else, but I know they're definitely in Somerset. And they have these nice sort of beige coloured pots, and I thought, oh, a beige coloured pots would be okay because it wouldn't show through too much, rather than like a plasticky terracotta pot or anything like that. So they had some nice ones, but the sizes, one is slightly too big and the others are too small. So I'm still looking for a pot to put in a pot holder for my rubber plant so that can go in the front room. Anyway, yeah, that was £10, which I ummed and ahed because it's a little bit pricey really, I think, but it is nice and it would look nice in the front room. So that was that one. Then another pot, which was only like £3, and it's really pretty, and it has this like daisy pattern on it, like a pot holder pot for some of the smaller plants, because we've taken some cuttings and they need potting, and I thought, oh, that's pretty for the springtime, so I'm going to pot some pots and pop them in this pot and pot. Yeah, so that was only £3, and it's really cute. They've got quite a lot of daisy bits and pieces in B&M. Our local B&M is only quite small, so I expect that they've got a lot of other washing machines just making noises, dishwasher. I expect they've got a lot of other bits and pieces in the bigger B&M, but I only popped to the small one. Then I got something really quite boring. I'm in spring cleaning mode, I would say, at the moment, because I finished my crazy weeks of finance and other such final project bits and all sorts of stuff like that. So I'm in a bit of a let's do some stuff that isn't sitting in my chair just doing admin and finance and stuff. So I got this fun little guy. He's a multi-cleaner apparently. Well, I thought it was good for in the grout and in between tiles and stuff. So also in my bathroom, once I painted the grout between the tiles black, and I just thought either I have to leave it black and redo it black, or I have to like clean it out. And I thought this would be useful for cleaning it out, because tiles in this house have a problem sticking to the wall. I don't know why. It's a council house. It's not the greatest standards of finishing on the walls, the plasterboard walls around the edge of the house, because it was obviously a single brick originally. So around the outside of the house, the walls are plasterboard, but that was done so long ago that I think they're all just damp and they refuse to like tiles. So all my tiles keep falling off the walls and stuff like that, which is quite annoying. Anyway, that was £1. Hopefully it'll be quite good. One side's thicker than the other side, but I find sometimes when you scrub, like when you're scrubbing grout, it fans, if you use like a small an old toothbrush or something, it sort of fans the bristles out. So I'm hoping that that doesn't happen with this, but it's only £1, but hopefully it's great for cleaning grout anyway. That's my theory. And then the last thing I bought, apart from I did buy a, what was it? I bought a, what's that nut? A hazelnut Aero, which I hadn't tried before, but I bought it really for Scarlett, my daughter, and she's at that, so I can't show that to you. It was nice. I had a little bit, really tastes just like Nutella, really. So, yeah, chocolate bar, that tastes like Nutella. And then this is on offer, as you can see with this, well, apparently it was meant to be £8 on this sticker, but, and then it says was 4 and 2. And some nice like dried flowers there, not flowers, grasses. I am a little bit concerned because this bit here looks like they're all stuck together, and I would have rather been able to separate them, because it annoys me when they're stuck together because I can't be so creative and put them into different pots. But anyway, for £2, that's cheap. I'll probably put them into one of my, over there I've got some vase things and jug things, and I'll pop them into those. Maybe I'll only use one because I also have the bunny tails that I bought before, but because the jugs are quite big, I don't want them to just look like tiny bits popping out. I did have some really long, nice dried flowers and grasses from the range before that are usually quite good price, but I haven't been able to pick any up because I did go to the range actually. I'll show you what I bought in the range in a second. Only one thing, I think. Did I buy more? I've been shopping quite a lot. I did buy, on my thing of doing things around the house, I did buy some paint for the front room so that I could paint the ceiling and do like touching up bits and stuff like that. But anyway, yeah, I've got loads of odd jobs to do. Let me show you some of the stuff that I've got to go into the kitchen for spring/summer. So these have both been in my shed over the winter because I had other things on the mantelpiece over here, and I'll show you in a minute. And they were either side of my mantelpiece, but like I said, it depends on the grasses, how they fit in, as to what I do with them. They need washing up. And then I have these, I bought these last year from B&M. These, I've got 6 of these, and they hang on my cup hangers over the back there. And yeah, they are, I think they were like £3.50, and I really don't like, because I've got 6 hooks. I begrudge buying 6 mugs, but these ones I gave in and bought 6, and I really like these ones because they're spring-like. And then I have this candle, which I have lit a little bit, but I've kept it from, it's got like dried flowers in it. I thought that was nice and springy. I'll put that somewhere. That's been in my shed and could do with a dust down. And then also this, and I did see this is still in B&M. I bought it last year. I can't remember how much it is. Oh, a notification from Alexa, somebody's been shopping, clearly. Yeah, this daisy chopping board, which is nice too, needs a bit of a wipe over. Also, I bought a clock from the range for like £5. Let me show you that. That is my new clock. I think it was £5.99. I bought that to replace my other clock. This clock here, which is from went with my old kitchen and actually has no glass. Whoop. And I don't know what I'm going to do with it. It's a bit battered and bruised, so I don't know what I'm going to do with that. It's a bit dusty, but it's not staying in the kitchen. And I can show you over here what happens if I don't put nice things on my mantelpiece. This is what happens. There is change. There's a tiny tool set, there's sunglasses, there's a work phone and a business card, and there is some kind of random, what the hell is London Bridge? I don't know what that is. Random wristband, some plants that I don't really want there. I've got a picture frame and that will go, when I get a picture to go in it, it will go up here. See, we've got the Samsung frame telly, which I absolutely love because you can just put different pictures on to make the chimney breast look a bit more like a gallery wall. And if you see where that small picture is, I'm going to put the big picture landscape here, I think. And anyway, so it's basically that I want this wall to look a bit like a gallery wall, because we've got the Samsung frame TV, and then I've got 3 pieces of art, and I try to use yellows and oranges in here as well, because I don't know, I just think for some reason the room suits them, and the room is north facing, so the light in here can be quite dark, so brighten it up with oranges and yellows. It's just a nice way to go. Anyway, so we'll be sorting out that mantelpiece, and which actually really badly needs sanding, painting, all that kind of stuff, but I'm not doing that today. We'll be sorting out that. We'll be popping a few bits out, because as you can see, there's a flicker from, as you can see, like it's all just a little bit messy at the moment, so I want to just pop a few bits out, really. Let's get to it. So I'm just going to give everything a bit of a wipe over and find homes for these random things on my mantelpiece. I don't even know what London Bridge is. Anyone know what that is and whose it? I have no idea whose it is. That's a work phone. Doesn't need to be in the kitchen, does it? Phones shouldn't. I don't know. Phones just don't belong on mantelpieces, do they? Sunglasses. They also don't belong on mantelpieces. Whatever this little set is, doesn't belong on a mantelpiece. Clock. Where did I put my cloth? Right, I'll get my cloth. Yeah, the clock is a little bit worse for wear, so I don't want it. I don't know if Ed would want it for his boat, maybe, but it's the wrong colour. See, he's all grey and orange in there, so I wouldn't have thought he'd want it. So I'll ask him, and then we'll probably get rid of it. A bit of loose change. whoever that is can take it back. We've got some plants that really need to be put into proper pots. See, I've moaned about this before. Ed repotted some of our plants. This is a little sort of like aloe vera thing, but it's not doing very well. And part of the reason is because he potted them directly into pots with no holes in the bottom. They don't like that. Well, actually, cactus don't mind. Cactus don't actually mind too much, but most plants don't like not having any drainage, and it means that the compost goes hard and sort of muddy rather than loose and damp. I don't know if that's my theory anyway. I'm rubbish at plants, really, and he is better at plants, but I think sometimes he just gets a bit carried away and thinks, oh, I pot this, I pot that. But look, this plant is not... He's not having a fun time in this pot. So this is why I need to do a lot of potting. I've said pot a lot of times today. This little guy, love him. He's doing well. And he's in like a terracotta pot. Not terracotta plastic pot. Inside a nice pot, which is what should happen. And I've been collecting pots for a while now, and I think I've probably got, or I could do some more big ones, like these outside pots, these nice pots. I think I've probably got quite a lot now. This is what I was talking about from Proper Job, which is the shop, it's like a hardware everything shop near me in Somerset. Quite nice, isn't it, for a plastic pot? But this one is too big to go in my pot holder, and it was only £2.50 something. But it goes better in the house than black or terracotta plastic. So it's good. It's a good cheap option for where I haven't got nicer ceramic ones. Anyway, that's probably enough about pots. Let's move this plant, which is also going crazy and needs some kind of new pot. And let's just wipe down a minute. Also, these rocks, this one, randomly we have rocks. This one is from the top of Penny Fan when we climbed that. And I'm not sure where this one's from. This one might have been from Norfolk, but I'm not sure. I'm sure there's a reason why my partner, he always picks up rocks from certain places and keeps them. But I think it might have been from Norfolk because he went to the Norfolk Broads and did a bit of... See, look, you can't see this, but on my wall from that plant, I don't know why, like there's yellowy marks. I have to tell you, I'm not here for yellowy marks on my walls, thank you. Okay, so I think I'm going to use this jug vase thing, and I think I'm only going to use one, and I'm going to use it here because this wire, although Samsung are great and they have like supplied us, or they do supply the TVs with like either a very clear wire or this one. I think because it's a smaller TV, comes with like a light grey coloured wire, which is much better than black, but still unavoidable. It's like on the wall, I can see it. So my theory is, and I did this last year, put a vase, a jug, urn thing here with some grasses, and that like obscures it. So let's get them there. Like as I suspected, they've like bound this with some sticky stuff. So I think it's all going to have to go into here, which is annoying because it means that I've got to like, oh yeah, it's wire, it's not real. It's not real, guys. It's not real. Well, I don't know, is it real? No, it's not real, is it? Because it's wire. Oh, that's a shame. Anyway, ooh, the telly's flickering. Sorry about that. Is that better? Has it stopped flickering? Sorry about that flicker there. I hope none of you had like an epileptic fit or anything. Yeah, you sort of need to like tease these out a bit without ruining it, hopefully. I will pop into, see, that's okay, but it's not like filling the vase up. I will pop into the range and get some actual dried flowers. Sorry, the TV keeps flickering there. Yeah, so I want some of these little bunny tail guys. I want some of them in the front room as well, so I'm just going to put a couple. I've got to find a small like container vase to put some of these in. They do make a mess. Dried flowers make a massive mess. That's the only problem. So they've basically, it's like they've taken a meadow and compact it. Let's see if we can get some of these out. There's this little fluffy ones, which I think are so cute. And actually I wanted to grow some of these in my garden. And I thought I bought some seeds, but I can't find them. And if I just chuck a few of these in, I'm not a flower arranger, but flowers never end up where I want them to be. Like, you know, ooh, oh dear. Let's break that off. That's nice. I mean, I know it's on camera, so you probably can't see. Maybe, I don't know. Can you see in as much detail as the human eye? I don't know. Quite like the little bunny tails in there. There's also like this other grass. This grass, whatever this is, little. It's got tiny little like flower seed head things on. But it's also compact together. I just feel like it's going to. Oh no, I can get it out there. There, let's put one of those in there as well, just for some contrasting colour. Because a bit of green is always nice. Like I said, I don't know if you can actually see this very well with, you know, like the camera and whatever. There's my little display, and as you can see, it sort of obscures the wire that's there. Yeah, the one I had last year with the range, the bits from the range, was a lot more effective. Anyway, let's show you these pictures. So look, I've got, if you can actually see them because the light's on, I've got this lovely lady, which is a birthday card. I've got a sunset from Porlock and some young girls in daffodils. That's my daughter and her friends when they were little. Right, I'm just going to turn the telly off because this flickering, oh, it's stopped now. That flickering is getting on my nerves. Maybe it won't flicker now. Maybe it's to do with the image. I don't know, but I'll just leave it like that for now. How strange, the telly's still flickering. Let's switch. Why is it? So I think it's to do with, does my camera, when I'm not moving, does my camera like focus too much on the screen and it flickers? I don't know. Don't know why this is. Anyway, I'm going to put this candle here. I'll just put that jug there for now because yeah, well, really, I don't have any like tall grasses to go in there, and probably if I did, I would swap this over for this side over here. That is how that looks at the moment. A bit better, I think we'll all agree. as you can see now, I have got a table full of plants that desperately are in need of some love and attention. There's like literally 2 plants that are happy on this table. Put my gloves on. Yeah, and I've got like pots, like I don't know if you can see that from here, but I got this one in TK Maxx and it's got little like vines and a little bird and stuff on it, and it comes with its own, like, it's glued into a tray, pot tray. And the one I showed you earlier, the daisy one, that again is like a pot holder. That's where my ivy actually goes in there, wherever I've put my ivy. Oh, my ivy's in the sink at the moment, because I think it's got mites. Ew. I think it's got mites. Well, at least I used one of those apps where I checked to see what was wrong with it and it said mites, and I have to keep rinsing the leaves off apparently, or something like that. So I've got pots, I'm probably going to have to go and find some other pots as well, because some things need bigger pots. But I've got some aesthetically pleasing-ish pots here, and I've got some water, and I've put some baby bio plant food in there, and then usually I just buy all-purpose compost, but I've bought a number 2 potting on compost, which is probably good for fruit and vegetables. Actually, it's probably wrong. Oh, it might be good for flowers and herbs and stuff like that. So it's meant to be for seedlings, I think, that you put on, which means that it's got quite a bit of nutrients in there of some kind. I'm saying like I actually know what I'm talking about. I have no idea what I'm talking about, but I think it's got quite a lot of nutrients in there, and I thought, oh, my plants look ill. So that's what I'll do. And also some of them are like, I don't know if you can see that. So if I come round, I don't know if you can see, but we've taken cuttings, or they've broken, and they've got roots on. So I hope you can see that then. But if you can't, then like, tough. Yeah, so that is a snake plant, or some people call it mother-in-law's tongue. And I've also got another snake plant at the front there, and I'm going to put them both into the same pot, I think, so that it's more of a display. One that really desperately needs repotting and has been in this pot for a really long time is my very poor, sad peace lily that never flowers. And yeah, it's just overwhelmed in this pot. Look, there's dead leaves, there's yellowing leaves. The best thing about peace lilies is they go, when they want water, because they just go, ugh, and go all floppy, and then when you water them, they stand up nice and like, oh, I've had some water now. So I think that's going to go in one of these pots here, one of these beigey pots. Yeah, so let's plant some plants. And actually what I'm going to do with this peace lily first is like trim off some of the like the dead leaves. I don't know how much you can actually see here, because I'm standing right in front of the window, so I might be just like some kind of shadow, maybe. I don't know. I'm not a cameraman yet. I'm not very good at these shots kind of things. I don't know whether it's like, I really love my DJI Osmo Pocket 3, but it's a bit of a weird one to position in the right place. I got the scissors stuck on my pen right there. Yes, it's a bit of a weird camera to position into the right place, because we're all used to using sort of like point and shoot style cameras, and it's not, because it's got the gimbal, and because I don't know, because it's not traditional shape, because it's got the gimbal, it's sort of a funny, a bit of a funny one. A bit of a funny one, yeah. It is. So. Oh yeah, look at that. So I don't know if you can see. If I hold you up there, can you see? No, I'm looking on my phone because my phone is attached to my camera and I can see what you can see. So I can show you there that this plant, its roots are like, you can see all its roots. So it's basically a bit root bound, which is why it's not doing so well. There's my knowledge. Anyway, so I'm going to put it in this pot and then hopefully it'll grow better and enjoy its life a bit more. Water it. This plant here is some kind of begonia, and we call it, or it's called, its common name is angel wing. You can see it's got leaves that are shaped like angel wings, so we really like it. I'm hoping this will work because it's sort of somewhat rooted along the stem, and I'm going to put it into this little pot. So we've got one that's got all straggly and we've had to take cuttings off of it basically. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it into this small pot and hope that it continues growing its roots. My sister is like amazing at gardening, and she was like, oh look, my cactus is flowering, and I'm like, oh, my cactus is just about not dying. So. There we are, some happier plants. Yeah, I haven't done them all because it's taken me ages, and now I've got to clean up all the mess that I've made. This plant, I mean, it's nice, but it's not my favourite plant, and I would like a different plant to go in this pot because I really like this pot. Yeah, I'll be looking up something else. I think the snake plant looks really nice in that, with a few stems in that bigger pot, if you can see properly. I really like that. This one, don't know what's wrong with this one, but the leaves keep falling off and I'm scared. But yeah, there they all are, and in a while I will put them into their new positions in the home. I think I'll keep There's a bit of soil on that one. I'll keep that angel wing and the daisy in the front kitchen because it matches the daisy theme. Yeah, so that's the plants. Thank you very much for watching this video. I have no idea if it's going to be good. I enjoyed doing the things that I needed to do in my home, and I hope that you enjoyed like watching them and follow me around for a little while. Sorry about the camera angles. Please like, please subscribe, because at some point I might make it to that magic number of 1,000, but in the meantime, just an extra 1, 2, 3, 4 people is always lovely, and I really do appreciate it. It helps to validate me. That sounds a bit egotistical, doesn't it? But it helps to validate me in the way that there's people watching, there's people who could be bothered to click that button, and it helps me to keep wanting to make more videos. And sometimes when there's people out there that you feel, I can't remember the word, you feel like you are doing it for them, you feel like you need to make another video because somebody might be expecting something to happen. What's the word? And it's not that you do that just for anyway, I don't know, it's not that you do that just for that reason, because I do this because I really like doing it, even though behind the camera there's a right mess everywhere that I've just thrown soil everywhere and all sorts. So yeah, here's my little plant in this little daisy, can you even see it? This little daisy pot, and I'm really hoping that that grows because like that the roots work, because it was sort of rooted from a cutting, so I'm hoping that works. Anyway, thank you, like, subscribe, all that jazz. Now I'm off to edit you. Bye.